Alright guys, we're back and we're going to continue our list of Disney movies that I wrote down here that I think everyone should at least see once in their life. Coming in at number 24, produced in 1981, Fox and the Hound.
Oh yes, that was sad to me.
This really did
deeply dark movie.
Yeah.
another real deeply sad movie.
They keep ending up on here. I don't.
Disney, if there's one thing Disney knows how to do, they know how to stick their hand in your chest and rip your heart out and take a bite out of it. And take a bite out of it in front of you. Oh, shut up. The saddest part in this movie for me is when the woman has to take Todd back into the wild and just let him be because the hunter threatened to kill him. You know, you can't watch that and not get sad.
Or the end where the dog protects the fox from the hunter.
Yeah.
And like the hunter is like about to shoot both of them.
Yeah, considering he was holding a shotgun.
Yeah, he was considering of actually killing both of them just because of his hatred for the fox.
Yep. But I think that right there shows a very powerful friendship. What Disney always likes showing.
And then they ruin it with Fox and the Hound too.
Yes. Well, Fox and the Hound 2, if you haven't seen it, it is a prequel to that. Have you seen Fox and the Hound 2?
Not 2, no.
It's horrible.
Sounds hard to do.
The circus comes to town, and Copper joins this group of singing dogs.
Okay.
Because the lead singer, the female dog, thinks that the male dog is like cheating on him pretty much.
Oh my.
And like she wants to get back at him, so she gets with Copper.
Yeah.
And like tries to make the other dog jealous, which doesn't really work very well. And like it's just like a scandal. Like you watch it and you're like, that's not okay.
The only saving grace in that movie is Jeff Foxworthy did one of the voices.
Oh yeah.
That was it. That was it. Next, we're going to a movie that was produced during World War II in 1940, coming in at number 23, which I really think this should be in the top 10. Easy, but wasn't. Fantasia.
No.
Oh yes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Fantasia, one of the greatest Disney movies of all time. You have to see it. If you watch this, you'll understand a lot of the innuendos they throw in Kingdom Hearts. I love Fantasia. I still have the original VHS, and I still watch it to this day. You know, and while we're talking about it, remember good old last week, good old Tree. Mickey Mouse is a part of Disney.
I know, dude. That one. Like,
He's never gonna. Tree, you're a good guy, but you're never gonna live that down.
I'm sorry, that was just too.
But Tree, hey, if we're your friends, if we can't make fun of you, who can, right?
Especially over that.
Coming in 21 years later in 1961 at number 22, we have the 101 Dalmatians.
Oh yes, that was good.
Animated one.
The best one too. They made 2 sequels to this. Well, a sequel and a prequel, but I think so. Or was it 2 sequels? I don't fucking know.
2 sequels, and then they made the series, which is technically a prequel to the original.
Okay.
Also, the live-action version of it was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, also one of the most recognizable songs, since we're talking also about songs. Cruella DeVille.
No, the animated one.
Cruella DeVille. If she doesn't skip, I mean, and this movie was also pretty dark for the time.
Oh yeah.
And then they made.
I mean, she's talking about killing dogs
just for a coat
and mass murder too. Mass murder.
It's not okay.
Yeah, just for a coat. That's all she wants him for, you know. And it's like, you know what? There's a special place in hell.
Exactly. Now it's bad enough, you know, if you're like, oh, you might buy a coat and you find out, oh, it's real fur, and it's like, oh my. But then when you're purposely killing dogs for it, little cute little puppy Dalmatians, just for your coat, you got a problem there.
Yeah. I have one of my favorite athletes. His name is Chris Anderson. His nickname's Birdman. He has this. Well, he used to. He shaved it. He used to have this big mohawk. He is covered from neck to toe in tattoos. But each NBA player, they have like a charity they donate to.
Sure.
He donates to this big animal charity, and he did this in part of his video that he posted on his Twitter account or YouTube. I can't remember where I saw it. he found this insider footage where they were showing how they make fur coats, and they would like have these animals, and they would literally go around with a lead pipe and just bash them on the head until they stop moving. And Chris Anderson at the end goes, "Think about this the next time you buy a fur coat."
Speaking of killing animals,
well, you're a Boy Scout. You're against that.
Yeah.
That's like an unforgivable sin.
Okay, so there's this autistic woman named Temple Grandin, and she basically helped make cattle and butchering humane.
Yeah.
Whereas before they were basically hitting them over the head.
Yeah.
Now they're
just it wasn't hitting them. They had a gun.
Yeah.
That's
it. Yeah.
And they had a spike in it, and they literally just put it to their head and pull the trigger.
Yeah,
and
that's
powered. It just basically jackhammered it into their skull.
But the saving thing on this to them was they don't feel any pain.
Yeah.
Well,
But now they actually don't feel pain.
and they don't die.
Well,
They do die.
Well, okay. I mean,
They die humanely.
Okay, they die humanely.
There's definitely better ways to die.
And the humans don't die inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And basically 50% of America now has some of the stuff Temple Grandin made. Which is curving paths, all that stuff.
Yep.
Things that keep them calm and naturally moving.
Okay, now moving on to the year 1999 at number 17, Tarzan.
Yes, and I have like 3 songs from that. Phil Collins did most of the music from that.
This guy, Phil Collins, how many movies has he sung for?
I'm not sure. It's one of those Jennifer Aniston things.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, this is also the only Disney movie to win an award for Best Song in an Animated Movie and Best Song in the Adult Contemporary. Because the one that they play in Tarzan is not only the chorus is sung by Phil Collins, and then someone else sings it. But at the very end of the movie, you hear Phil Collins' version of it, and his is beautiful.
He's a really good singer.
Another good, You'll Be in My Heart. What other songs were in Tarzan? They're really good.
Son of Man and I Want to Be. No, it's
Shabop Shadoo or something like
that's
that.
a good. Yeah.
Something like that.
Old fast. I have it right here. It's Tarzan. Two Worlds.
Two Worlds. Thank you.
Two Worlds, one family.
Well, Phil Collins does the whole voice thing to that, and does. Excuse me, magnificent, I might add.
Yes.
Now we're going back into the 50s. 1955 at number 16, Lady and the Tramp.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You can't. Wow, you really need to get in front of a TV. Okay, so guys, I mean, we're talking another classic Disney here that everyone should see.
Classic.
Yes.
And also another movie where a lot of jokes that just wouldn't fly.
Right.
I don't think you could say tramp in Disney anymore because the definition of a tramp is basically a nice word for slut. So it may as well just be called Slut and the Hound.
Yeah. Which sounds like a porno.
Yeah, but
How do you know?
Well,
Lady and the Hound.
tell us a story, Zane.
So, back in the day.
A tramp back then was just a really trashy person.
Yeah.
Anybody
Back
was
then.
a tramp back then.
But nowadays.
If you say that to somebody, that means they're like a trashy slut.
Yeah. That's why I said it pretty much means the same
they're
thing.
like a 10-cent.
Oh, they
I
ratchet.
will say, Lady and the Tramp 2, I did enjoy. Lady and the Tramp 2, I did enjoy. Because it was the whole thing reversed.
Oh, really?
You know, Disney's done this before.
Yeah.
Like where, okay, for example, what does Tramp want in the first movie? He wants a family, right?
Yeah.
Well,
The female does?
well, Lady and the Tramp 2, it tells the story about the Tramp's son, Scamp. And what does he want to be? He wants to be
Wild.
a wild dog, a street dog.
Makes sense.
So, you know, I mean, and then they did the same thing with Little Mermaid, remember? Ariel wanted to be in the world. Well, Ariel's daughter wants to be in the sea. So, I mean, they've done this before. But I will say Lady and the Tramp 2 I did enjoy. And it's also, I believe it's also on
Have you seen
Netflix.
Lady and the Tramp 2?
I don't
Seen what?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Seen what?
Like I was saying to him.
For him.
The what?
He hasn't seen Lady and the Tramp 2 yet.
Well,
It's okay. Don't worry.
I'm not
It's
missing
not that good.
I liked it. Out of all the,
It's a good one-timer. Like
Sure.
you watch it and then you're like, that was a decent movie.
Never again.
watch it again.
Right.
I mean, I've watched it maybe 2 or 3 times, but it is. I liked
And
it.
the only time you come back to it is when you completely forget what the hell the movie's about.
Yeah,
And
exactly,
You're like,
yeah.
oh, what's this about? Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
That was not bad.
Now we're jumping back another 14 years back into 1941. Number 15, Dumbo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good classic. But
It is a good
He's a very
classic.
sheltered. He's a very sheltered person.
It really is a classic Disney.
Yeah.
Really racist.
Really racist.
Them crows.
Them crows.
Them crows. Hey, what you want to do? I don't know. What you want to do? Now don't start that again.
That was the best part of the movie. It lasted 20 minutes.
Just them going back and forth. What do you want to do? I don't know.
I will say, out of all the Disney movies, though, this is not one of my favorites.
Dumbo?
I didn't care for it much.
But
either.
because it's
Except
just
for the crows.
but except for that 20 minutes.
Except for the 20 minutes of racism.
That reminds me of the Jungle Book where they're like, I don't know, what do you want to do? I don't know, what do you want to do?
Well,
The
my
vulture
favorite
at the
scene in
end.
the Jungle Book is when Mowgli meets Kaa, and then when Mowgli meets Shere Khan.
Yeah.
Mowgli's just awesome.
And then at the very end, where Bagheera,
Yeah, the
he
Black
knows
Panther.
Blue, knows Blue's not dead, but he's trying to get Mowgli to leave for the man village, and Blue wakes up and Bagheera flips out like, I almost had him! You know, but then what does Mowgli leave for? He leaves for a girl.
Yep.
And did you notice how stacked that girl was?
Video game was
For like
actually
10
pretty
years.
good.
The game was fun too. You
Yeah.
threw bananas. But that 10-year-old girl was stacked.
Dude, that 10-year-old girl was like the epitome of a perfect woman at that age.
Yeah, she was bringing you food, and she
Had a definite, she had a nice size.
and yeah, you saw side boob in that one.
Oh yeah, you do see size.
Okay,
All
now
sexist, any guy would want that, pretty much. Just about.
okay, now jumping just 1 year ahead to 1942 at number 14,
Okay.
Bambi.
The feels.
We're talking about, guys, one of the saddest Disney movies that there
Yeah.
ever was. I think that the sound of Bambi calling for his mother is burned into every kid from our generation's memory.
Oh,
You know?
speaking of Bambi, in either 3rd or 4th grade or something like that, my school, we went on the musical.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like us younger people.
Yeah.
But basically what we do. And I was one of Thumper's brothers.
Wild Thumper's brothers.
Yeah.
Well, see, I loved Thumper in that movie.
Yeah.
He's so adorable.
I liked what was the skunk's name? Flower.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Flower.
yeah.
What are you doing back there, Glendon?
Yeah, that's Sam. Save it for the bedroom.
This coat used to be all black, but
Go to the bathroom if you want to do that, Glendon.
Well, we're getting there, but anyway,
It's all over my face.
Oh god.
This was another movie they made a sequel to. They made a sequel of Bambi that tells the story of how Bambi grew up with his dad and how his dad was teaching him how to be. Yeah, it's called Bambi 2. The saddest moment in that one is Bambi has a dream, and he's walking through the meadow, and he sees his mother, and he asks her, why did you have to go? And she gives the most perfect answer, and I'm not even going to attempt because I can't remember it. It is, well, I guess I will. To the effect of something, a mother may be gone, but a mother's love is something that always lasts. You can be, and the way she's, the way, something like that. I think that might be it actually, but you just feel your heart melting, and it's like, oh.
dang it, Disney.
Like I said, Disney knows how to rip your heart out
Yeah, they do.
and take a bite of it in front of you, all of it.
You didn't expect to, but then it just happened.
All right, now we're jumping ahead another 50 years to number 10 on the list, and we're getting into the top 10, and this one by far is one of my favorite, Aladdin.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Aladdin.
Which one? The original?
We're talking the original Aladdin.
Okay.
Robin Williams, his song, A Friend Like Me.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the best of all time. And so many people criticized Robin. They're like, he can't sing. This guy can't pull this off. And then you go see, and then
totally did that.
back in '92, when people were going to the theaters, they were like, wow, excellent.
Oh, time.
Oh, well, you guys, we're gonna jump over. We'll continue talking about Aladdin. Thank you, Glendon.
You're welcome.